Welcome to 3-week workshop on programming in C++. In this video, I am going to explain the concept of type conversion techniques. So in the previous video, we had a discussion on data types. We know what is data type. We are going to represent the type of information we use for representation in a memory. So with the help of a data type, we are going to represent a value in a memory in a limited, we have a limited space. So in some situation, while you are performing some calculation, maybe we need a conversion technique. That means that if your conversion means you are converting from one data type into another data type. So we must know what are the two different type of type conversion is applicable. And generally, there are two types of data type conversion is applicable. One is automatic type conversion. Second one is assignment type conversion. It is also called as explicit type conversion. Then automatic type conversion is also called as implicit type conversions. Okay, so here the thing is, if your first one is automatic type conversion, for this case, the conversion from your assigning from lower data type into higher data type, it is coming as automatic. For example, I have a storage space of 1 byte per character. If I'm going to store the character value in a memory, the character value into integer, it means that for integer it takes a 2 byte. If you are assigning from 1 byte of data into the 2 byte of data, we have enough comfortable space so that we can easy to convert it. Because means we are moving from higher lower order bytes into, we are converting from lower order bytes into higher order bytes. So that it means that we are converting the small amount of memory, we are copying from small amount of memory into higher amount of memory. So always it is possible and automatically it will be copied without any effects, side effects. So then here there is no loss of information. That means that no truncation is possible for this case. For example, if I'm going to convert integer to float, integer only it is 2 bytes, for a float it is 4 bytes. So possible. Integer to double, for integer 2 bytes, double 4 bytes. Float to double, float 4 bytes, double is 8 bytes, possible. Character to any other data type, for character it takes only 1 byte. So if your character to other data type is possible, I will show it here. And so I'm going to create a one character variable. Is a character variable 67 or represents for capital A, that is the equivalent ASCII value for that. I'm going to create a one integer. I'm going to assign the value of this B to C. Yeah, sorry, B to A. Then I'm trying to store the value of A and as well as B also. So here this is a conversion. We are copying from the value of A into B. So that here the data type A is a character, B is an integer. So you are doing a conversion. So that here that this is called implicit type conversion or automatic conversion. So that there is no loss of information possible because the size of A, there is a character data type. So it takes only 1 byte of memory. But B, it occupies 2 bytes of memory. So easy to convert it without any struggle. So this is called as automatic type conversion. So it will be displayed as usual. Clear? Okay. So 67, sorry, it's a 67, the equivalent ASCII value, small mistake I did. Actually for ASCII value for capital A is 65. So then it represents for capital C, so that it displays a capital C. Okay, if you want to display an integer, I can show how to do that from the help of explicit. Okay, so that if you're doing an implicit conversion, there is no loss of information. Okay, the next one is I'm going to perform like this. For example, I'm going to say sorry, 128. If I want to store from A to B, here that memory of B, the data type of B is an integer, and the A data type is character. So that size for integer is a 2 byte and size for character is only 1 byte. So that if you are converting into from 2 byte into 1 byte, automatically there is a loss of information is possible. Because if you are trying to store the 16 bits of information into the 8 bits, always the loss of information is possible. Now you can compile and run it. So that, sorry, it's a character is 1 byte, it is signed represented occupied. So I will go with about 255. So no issue. I'm going to run. See that, so here it won't display. A value is not displayed here. That is a null value. So that it won't see. So even for see the 128, we don't have any entry for 128 in character table. So some other irrelevant characters will be displayed. See that some symbols is displayed, but it is not in our ASCII table. And so that while you are converting from higher order data type into lower order data type, so now it will be called as explicit. So this is called explicit. If you are doing B2A, it is called as implicit. Okay, so let us take the value of this character is float. If I'm going to store in A to B, sorry, B to A. So B is a float integer and A is a float. Just you are converting from A to B. So A data type is float and B data type is an integer. So for integer it takes 2 bytes and float 4 bytes. So that if you are copying from 4 bytes into 2 bytes, surely there is a loss of information. So when you are going to assign any value like this, always the truncate means that the value must be truncated, especially if you are converting from float to whole number. That is called fractional number to whole number. Always the loss of information is after the decimal points, the values must be truncated. So and just compile this and run. See that here the value is 67.88. So this is a value, but here. But while I have converted into integer, the value is 6, so only 67. So the value after the decimal point must be erased. So if you are doing for fractional number to the whole number, always the value after the decimal point must be erased. So this is called explicit. This is one of the way for explicit type conversion. Okay, for here I want to display one thing. I want to say one more thing. So character, so A equal to 67. And I will go with even still I go for I'm representing for implicit type conversion. It will work. Just a minute, I forgot to put a semicolon here. Each and every statement must terminate with a semicolon. So as you are aware it, just I compile this. Just and run. So it will display C. If I want to display the means ASCII value for this, we can do some explicit type conversion like this. So in this case, A value will be converted as an integer and it will be displayed. If you want to treat as a particular variable on the particular data type on the particular location, you have to represent within square bracket. So now you can check it. So it displays 67, 67. So I think we know the same format we'll use to represent in a C languages also. So C is an extension version of C, so that whatever the concept we used in C, it also will be applicable in C++, major concepts. So in assignment type conversion, if you are converting from higher order bytes to the lower order bytes, surely there is a possible loss of information. So the accuracy must be affected. So these are some examples for the conversions. Thank you.